Hello everyone, I am Ajit. In this video, we will be continuing with our SQL scenario-based question solution series. So let's start. So question number 76. How can we create a partition table to store large dataset by year? So it is asked to partition the table. Okay, for that, create table employees. Then we will take employee ID as in data type and primary key. Then employee name. By name as varchar data type. Then we'll take salary as decimal data type, comma the hire underscore date as date data type. These are the fields in our table. Then we are going to partition the table using partition by clause. So partition by range. So we will be extracting the year from hire date. Okay. On that year, we are putting the range condition. So partition. We can give any name. Here I am just giving P1. Then values less than, let's consider 2015. Then partition P2, value less than 2000. Then partition P3, values less than max value. So in this way we can partition the table. So it will help us to improve the performance of query or optimize the query performance. So what happens is like, so we will create the three partition on our table. In P1, partition P1, we will store the values, uh, those values who are like less than like the one employees who joined the organization before 2015. Okay. In P2, we will store the records of those employees who joined after 2014 and before 2020. And in partition P3, we will be storing the values from like after 2019 till the maximum value. Okay, in this way we have created a three partition on employees table. So we'll go to the next question. So how can we identify missing order IDs in a sequence using a query? So here we need to write a query to find out the missing order ID. So for this we are going to use the window function with CT for the modular query structure. So with we can give any name to our CT. So I am just giving it as ordered. Okay, as so select order underscore ID, comma lead. Here we are using the window function lead order underscore ID. So lead will, by default lead will give us the order ID, like next order ID. Okay, so this will be helpful for comparison over order by order ID as we can give name for understanding, for our understanding, next order ID. So here I am giving as next order ID. Then from, the name of the table is order order table, orders table. Okay, so now select order underscore ID, comma, next underscore order underscore ID, next order ID, order ID, next order ID, and then we are going to take the difference between next underscore order underscore ID minus the order ID. Order ID is nothing but the current order ID. Okay, as let's consider the, we call it as order gap. Okay, or let's consider as order difference. So for convenience, we will name it as order difference. Okay, from city ordered, we named it as ordered. We named the city as ordered. Okay, where next underscore order ID minus the order ID. Order ID is nothing but current order ID. Okay, is greater than 1. Whenever there is a gap in between the current order ID and the next order ID is greater than 1, then we can easily identify that the order ID is missing. So there is a missing value. So in this way we can find out the missing order ID, because let's consider we have order ID as 1 and directly we have order ID as 3. So the select statement will give us order ID 1, then order ID 3, and the gap will be 2. 3 minus 1, 2. So we can easily find out the missing order ID in the table. Okay, we'll go to the next question. So how can we find out the first and the last orders placed by each customer? Okay, so this is also very easy. Okay, so first and last, here also we are going to use the window function. Okay, so select, okay, before select we will write this the same way we wrote earlier, like for the better understanding. With we are going to use the city. So with first underscore last underscore order. So we are naming it for our convenience. We are naming the city as first underscore last underscore order as, so select customer ID. So we are selecting the customer ID, then order ID, customer ID, then order ID. Then we are going to use the row underscore number, the window function, over partition by customer underscore id. So we are partitioning based on condition customer, because for each customer we want the first and last order. For that we are partitioning based on customer id and the ordering it by order date, order underscore date, ascending as first underscore order. So this will give us the first order. Okay, then again we will use the same part, only the difference will be in the order by clause, where we will be ordering it as in the descending order, descending as last order. Okay, from the table name customer, or we not customer, the order table, orders table. Okay, so select customer underscore id, comma, order id, customer id, order id, from the name of the city, first underscore last underscore order. Okay, customer id, order id, from first underscore last underscore order, where first underscore order equals to 1, or the last underscore order equals to 1. Okay, so in this way we will get the cust like customer id along with the first order id and the last order id. Okay, so okay, we'll go to the next question. So how can you classify employees as low, medium, or high income earners based on their salary? So it is this question is very easy question, this, because here we are going to use the case. Okay, select employee id, comma, employee name, employee id, employee name, salary, comma, the case statement. We are going to classify the employees based on their salary. Okay, for that we are going to use the case statement. Okay, case when salary is less than 30,000, then we will classify that employee as low earning employee. Okay, then when salary is less than greater than 30,000 but less than 40,000, then we'll classify that as medium, medium earning employee, and the remainings are else, else high earning, high earning employees. End the query as, we'll name it as employee underscore category, employee category from employees order by salary. So when we use the clause, order by clause here, then we will be getting the highest, like higher earning employees first when we do the descending, then lower, then medium, and then lower. So in this way, we can categorize the employee based on their salary. So we'll go to the next question. So how can we use the rank to identify the top three earners in each department? So here it is asked to use the rank window function to get the top three earners from each department. Okay, so here also we will be using the city. We will name it as top three earners each department as select employee ID, comma employee name, comma salary, comma department ID. Okay, then rank. So I will take the rank to the next line. Rank over partition by department underscore ID, order by salary in descending, because we want the highest earning employees. That's why we are ordering it in descending order as salary underscore rank from employees table. Then we will take the select employee ID, comma employee underscore name, comma salary, comma department underscore ID, and then the salary rank from top three earner each department, top three earners from each department, where salary, sorry, not salary, yes, salary underscore rank is less than equals to 3. So in this way, we will get the records for the employees who are earning more, 3 employees who are earning highest in each department, from each department. So in this way, we can use city, we can use window function together, or case Okay. So thank you. Hope you like this video. Do like, share, subscribe to the channel. We'll meet in next lecture, next video. Thank you.